It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll see the dynamic Justin Fields. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Jets and the Raiders, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And leading him out is their fifth-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. Dances by him. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Carlson able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. You look at this Raiders defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
In today's football, there aren't a lot of goals for defenses. But when you hold a team under 100 total yards of offense, yeah, that has to be a goal that was met. Big check mark for them in last week's game.
And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
In today's NFL, when you talk about goals for defenses, and you think that maybe you'd like to hold them under 14 points or so, we think our offense can usually get 17 to 20, so that's a reasonable goal.
And the Raiders have got him. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded at the 20. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And it'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter.
Holding offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab.
The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st down coming up. The drive will start with an option going left. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. There he goes, left side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Holding offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They're going option play on 3rd down. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Fields. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll run with Hall. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go again with Hall. He'll get this to about the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cam Smith. And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support. And I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier. Available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
Alert! Alert!
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's go now.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets it.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Go check. Go check.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go, son.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, it's off to Chicago. Check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Detroit Lions. Darnell Mooney, a touchdown catch in the victory. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Jalen Waddle, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On second down, a run with Hall. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running left, it's Hall. Good footwork at the 30. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Fields. Buying time to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. Now Cade York for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He'll keep it himself. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, you know, most quarterbacks, when you talk about their big playability, you talk about the arm, but this, an absolutely huge play with a leg.
And also with his mind, because he had to see this play develop in order to make the decision to keep it and run. And how about him looking up and seeing the C's part for him once he got past the line of scrimmage? My first thought, I think he can go all the way, and I'm trying not to take over. Your call on this play, partner.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here, because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Carlson now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. New York ready to go again offensively. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On play action, Fields under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Max Crosby, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. One quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter.
Here we go.
The offense on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Right.
Here's Fields. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Fields. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Here we go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And down to the 36-yard line here. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Here's Gaddis. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 147 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And New York set to take the field. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
Holding offense.
They get the USC man, Elijah Vera Tucker. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Fields. Across the middle, he finds Robinson. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. To throw is Fields. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On first down, Fields. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. 2nd and 9. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. From the gun, here's Fields. And this is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they take advantage of what looked like an unsure defense. They wind up getting 8 on 4th and 3. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down inside the 30. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a first down throw, Fields. Short throw to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Now a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Malone. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Out of the gun, Fields. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Wandale Robinson with... Seven on the year. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. They'll try and run for it. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. 38 yards. And the Raiders are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Now it's Fields. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said
It's Madden.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns. I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. It obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
Again, it's Barkley. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the
Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Yeah, he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4. You talk about this Giant defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
Here we go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, that was a thing to beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cam Smith. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
They'll run with Gaddis. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4th down territory, that really opens things up for you.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. On the handoff, it's Gaddis. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Azeez Ojulari there on the tackle. Now a 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. At the 9-yard line.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. The kick by Carlson is good, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
New York set to take the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Got a man open, it's Wallace. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Pickett to throw on first down. Looking for Ross again, he finds him again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. First and 10, here's Pickett. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll throw again with Pickett. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On third down, Barkley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. This is taken at the 15. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you wonder if they'll just take this 3-0 lead to the locker room. They'll start with the option. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He's going to try and take off with it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. He's going to keep this again. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And it is the Chargers out in front as those two creep towards halftime. The Chargers seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. From there, we'll head down to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Just one field goal and a tightly played first half as we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense. offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
They'll start by running the option to the right. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. Now, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Now he'll try to run with this. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The keep a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Pickett now on 1st down. And this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw, Pickett. A quick throw there is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
2nd down, here's Pickett. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. He'll find Hodgins there complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 2nd and 7.
At the Raiders' 19-yard line.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
They really had a good drive. Nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. And now here come the Raiders. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Las Vegas 1st down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a third down. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Raiders on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. 70 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. A carry here for the big tight end. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. One of the tight ends comes in motion. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Hey, check that.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Now he's going to be marked down very close to the first down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden. And this time he is in. His 7th rushing touchdown, 11th overall. And the Raiders have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Well, I think we both got to thinking the team that scores the first TD may be the one to win this football game. And here we go, our first touchdown, and it comes in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and it's a testament that both of these defenses were able to hold the line this long. But now, on the other side of the field, they've got to be thinking if they got it done, we should be able to punch one in ourselves.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now here's a throw that's complete. Here comes 2nd down and 5. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back.
Here's 2nd down.
They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Here's Pickett. Throw caught by Flowers. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw here. Pickett.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Now Pickett. He finds him again. Saquon Barkley.
Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45.
Now 2nd and 4. Pickett to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Drew Sanders.
Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. And their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some room to roam now.
And he's going to have a ringer 1st down. And that should be the one that finishes the script here.
Ready? 1st down, Las Vegas.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
From the gun, they'll
6-yard line here. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Taken down by Jair Brown. A gain of 2 yards on play. Brings up 4th down.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a two-score game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
Charles, in these lower scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.